ネットにもね。みんな、日常ヒーローコンテストの期限が迫ってるぞ。優勝者は学校の代表としてサンフランシスコに連れて行く。プロの世界に自分を売り込むチャンスだ。ステラもアリッサも早く出すように。テイラ、君もまだだ。期待してるぞ。マックスも言い訳は通用しないから。
ビクトリアは早速営業活動か。
コンテストにはこのクラスの全員が参加する。特別扱いは
最初の週にジェファソン先生が撮ってくれたクラス写真。私は写りたくなかったけど、先生が実際に写真を撮る姿を見られてすごく嬉しかったな。
それは分かってます。ただこの写真を撮るのすごく大変だったんです。先生なら分かる。
うちの学校、コンピューターにはお金かけてるよな。
とても有意義なイベントだと思う。
誰か作業中みたい。結構いい感じ。
どうしても代表に選ばれたくて。
君はコンテストに応募し
ケイトは塞ぎ込んでるな。どうしたんだろう。
選ばれてもこの先チャンスは
ケイト、マックス、
君たちの
お疲れ
思いをくじくつもりはプロの世界に自分を売り込むチャンスだ。ステラもアリッサも早く出すように。
ステラもアリサも早く出すように。So 出す is a very interesting verb because it's got so many different meanings. Here, you can use it at school when you have to submit something, to turn in something. So here it's the photo for the contest, but it could be like homework or anything. 早く, we've seen it quickly. Stella mo, Alisa mo, and you Stella, and you Alisa, quickly submit it. And Yoni, used this way, it's kind of make it so. It adds that make it so new, and so make it so you quickly submit it.
テイラ、君もまだだ。期待してるぞ。
テイラー、君もまだだな。So, まだです。Or of course, まだだ or just まだ is a convenient expression. It means not yet. Not yet. まだだ。まだです。Not yet. まだですか? So, 君も you too. So, も remember it means to. Also, it's a particle. So, 君も you too. まだだな. Not yet. So, you've not submitted it yet. Right? 期待してるぞ。期待してるぞ。So, 期待 is expectation. 期待する to expect. So, I expect a lot from you. I expect you to do some good work. And so, してる once again comes from している. It's a ている form. している、してる. So when the ている form doesn't bother you from translating into English, I'm not going to explain it. You see that I'm skipping them all the time because all we want to do is to translate. But at some point, we'll get into details. Why do we have a ている from here and not here, etc., etc.
マックスも言い訳は通用しないから。
マックスも言い訳は通用しないからな。So 言い訳 is excuses. And so, well, the whole thing like 言い訳は通用しない。So しない negation. So excuses won't work. 言い訳は通用しない。So マックスも you too, Max. Max, you too. Excuses won't work. And maybe some of you have seen that kara after a verb should mean because. But here it's a bit weird. Because excuses won't work. Like it doesn't fit the context. And so yes, here it's not a kara that actually means because. It's more like I'm telling you and you know it. No excuses will work, right?
どうせビクトリアに選ばれるに決まってるし。
ビクトリアは早速営業活動か。
So, Victoria, the name of the girl that is talking with the teacher. You can see her in the background. So, Victoria. Then, 早速 is like without wasting time, without wasting a second. So, like right away. And 営業活動 営業 is business and 活動 activities. So business activities and か for like a question, but not an actual question since she's speaking alone. So literally it would mean Victoria doesn't waste time to do some business activities. So what does it mean? If I remember in the English version, I think that it was something like she doesn't wait a second to kiss some ass, something like this. So once again, the Japanese version is like more polite. So she's doing some eigyo katsudo to get into the teacher's favor. She's not just talking to the teacher because she's nice or because she actually needs some piece of advice or anything. So, well, indeed, she is kind of kissing asses, you see.
コンテストにはこのクラスの全員が参加する。特別扱いが
最初の週にジェファソン先生が撮ってくれたクラス写真。
最初の週にジェファソン先生が撮ってくれたクラス写真。So here, once again, you have a relative because you see that you have 撮ってくれた. It's a verb, くれた, in front of クラス写真, which is a noun. So right away, you know that you should start your translation with クラス写真. So 写真 is a picture. クラス, well, the class. So a class photo, a class picture. And so what does she say about this class picture? 最初の週に, 最初 is first, and 週 is week. So 最初の週, the first week. に to indicate that it's a precise point in time. And then ジェファソン先生が, so the subject, so the teacher Jefferson did something, and what did he do? 撮ってくれた. So once again, you have the verb 撮る to take a picture. So the class picture that Jefferson took the first week. But then what's weird is that you don't have 撮った. You should just have 撮った, right? He took a picture. But you have 撮ってくれた. 撮ってくれた. So when you have a te form plus くれる, it means that the speaker perceives the action as done for her interest, as if someone gave her something, the other person had the kindness to do something for her. This is てくれる. So once again, you can't really translate it in English, but it means that she kind of feels grateful that Jefferson took the picture. It's like he was nice enough to take a picture, to take the photo picture. And so probably that she's happy about it because since Jefferson seems to be like a wonderful photograph artist, then, well, I guess that a class picture taken by him might be a thing.
私は写りたくなかったけど、先生が実際に写真を撮る姿を見られてすごく嬉しかったな。
私は写りたくなかったけど、先生が実際に写真を撮る姿を見られて、So this is complicated and the sentence is not over. The first part is fine. 私は写りたくなかったけど。So けど we've seen it, but. Okay? But then 写りたくなかった. It comes from 写る, which means, well, to be photographed, to kind of appear on a picture. And then she says 写りたくなかった. So when you see なかった, it's past, negation, past because it ends with た. And when you have this なかった, it comes from ない actually. ないなかった. So it's the negation with a past tense. But you also have here 写りたく. So this comes from たい, and when you have たい after a verb, it means want. So basically, for example, 撮りたい, 写真を撮りたい would mean I want to take a picture. But here, たい is conjugated in the past negation, tense. So I didn't want to be photographed. けどBut 先生が実際に写真を撮る姿 so relative but we'll kind of ignore it because like it's too complicated. And を見られて, so 見られて, 見られる, so potential, can. So, to be able to see, 見られる, the teacher actually taking a picture. This is what it means. すごく嬉しかったな. すごく is like a lot. And 嬉しかった comes from 嬉しい to be happy. So 嬉しかった I was happy. It made me happy, super happy. すごく嬉しかった. So indeed, she's pretty happy that her favorite photographer took a picture of the class. Then it might be the best class picture ever. And by the way, you had 見られて嬉しかった. 見られて嬉しかった. So we've seen that you can translate a te form by and. But here it would be weird to say, I could see Mr. Jefferson take a picture and I was happy. Like, it's a bit weird, right? So, actually, you can learn it by heart. て嬉しい. So, a verb plus a te form plus 嬉しい means to be happy that. And it works with some other words. For example, てありがとう. Thank you for. てすみません. Sorry for. So the te form's purpose is to kind of connect verbs, clauses, adjectives together, but it can connect them many different ways. So you won't always be able to translate a te form by and. And so here it means I was happy, 嬉しかった. I could see, 見られて, I could see Mr. Jefferson take a picture. And so for people who want to understand the sentence in details, so we completely skipped the relative, but sugata originally means form, shape. So literally it would be, I could see the shape of Mr. Jefferson taking a picture. It's almost literal. So she saw Jefferson's shape, form, like the way he was when he took a picture, etc. So that is sugata. And it's used as a relative a lot to describe some scenes, etc., etc.
それは分かってます。ただこの写真を撮るのすごく大変だったんです。先生なら分かって。
うちの学校、コンピューターにはお金かけてるよな。
うちの学校、コンピューターにはお金かけてるよな。うちの学校、so, うち can be used like 私. It's a humble or feminine 私. So here, うちの学校 is just like 私の学校. Or rather, maybe here, 私たちの学校. So our school. コンピューターには so in computer or into computers with the contrast はお金 money かけてるような so お金をかける is to put money on something, to spend money on this. So our school spends a lot of money on computer.
とても有意義なイベントだと思う。
誰か作業中みたい。結構いい感じ。
誰か作業中みたい。So 誰か someone. And remember that a question word, so 何、誰、どこ, etc., etc., plus か, it becomes the indefinite version of the word. So 誰 is who. So 誰か someone. You don't know who it is. It's indefinite. 何 what. 何か something. どこ where. どこか somewhere. So basically, it's just like when you add some in English. Someone, something, somewhere. You don't know what it is, so some. 作業 is work, task, like when you're doing your job, 作業. And 中, so it's interesting because you can add 中 after some words to indicate that it's right in the middle of. So here, 作業中 in the middle of work, in the middle of a task. But you also have, for example, 授業中 in the middle of the school. For example, I fell asleep in the middle of class. So 授業中 in the middle of class. And then mitai, so mitai means like, looks like, or sounds like, feels like, etc., etc. But when you add mitai after something, you want to say it looks like this. So, 誰か作業中みたい. So once again, it's a very short sentence. In English, we would have much more words, and you see that the particles, etc., etc., are omitted. But it's enough in Japanese to make a sentence. So, 誰か someone, 作業中 in the middle of a work, 未来 looks like. So it looks like someone was in the middle of a task. So indeed, we see on the computer that he was photoshopping some photo or whatever, and he didn't finish it. And then 結構いい感じ, 結構いい感じ. So 感じ. We see this word all the time. It's a very important word. So originally it means feeling, sense, impression. But you will see that you can use it many different ways. So here, いい感じ, so a good feeling, a good sense. And indeed, いい感じ is pleasant feeling. It can be good vibes also. When you feel good somewhere, you can say いい感じ. いい感じだ, for example, you're taking a bath after a hard day. いい感じ. Here, it's more literal. It's just that, yeah, it looks good. いい感じ. This photo looks good. It gives kind of a good impression. And kekko is, well, quite. So in English, maybe it's pretty good.
どうしても代表に選ばれたくて。
君はコンテストに応募し
ケイトは塞ぎ込んでるな。どうしたんだろう。
ケイトは塞ぎ込んでるな。So, 塞ぎ込む is to mope, to brood, to be in low spirit. So here it is a teiru form. Maybe you've learned it since last video, but mu becomes nde. So fusagikomu, fusagikonde, and then you add iru, fusagikondeiru, but we've seen it lots of times already. In oral speech, you drop the i, so fusagikonderu. And so the state form is describing like a current state, something that is currently like this. You see, the state of someone. So she is moping, she is brooding. And then どうしたんだろう? So どうした is the Japanese way to wonder like what happened. So when you see that someone doesn't feel so good, you understand that something happened. You can ask him, どうした?どうしたの? Like, what's the matter? What's going on? And then, the explanatory no, and だろう, because she's wondering, like, what could have happened to her? Why is she like this? She's wondering. She wants the answer. She's making some assumptions.
選ばれてもこの先チャンスを
ケイト、マックス、お疲れ。
Otsukare. So otsukare is part of Japanese basic greetings. And so otsukare, basically you use it at the end of a work day. When you finish your work, then other people will tell you otsukare sama, which is the polite version. Otsukare sama. And nowadays you can use it in many different situations, even if you're not at work. But here it makes sense because they've just been in class, the class is over, so お疲れ。
をくじくつもりはないが、先生は写真の世界は厳しいという現実も知ってもらいたいと思っているんだよ。チャンスというのは誰にでも公平に訪れる。
元気ないみたいだけど。
ちょっと悩み事。